The one who ghosted you will come back when they realize something important about you, about themselves, or about the connection you both shared. Ghosting often happens when someone is overwhelmed, uncertain, or unwilling to face difficult emotions. It leaves the other person with confusion, self-doubt, and unanswered questions. Yet, what many people don't realize is that ghosting doesn't always mean the end. Sometimes, the one who disappeared eventually reappears, often when life teaches them lessons they couldn't see before. They usually come back when they notice your absence more than they expected. At first, disappearing might feel like an escape for them, but as time passes, they begin to feel the void your presence once filled. Simple things, like a place you both visited, a song you shared, or a routine conversation, start to remind them of what they left behind. When loneliness creeps in, or when other connections don't offer the same comfort, they suddenly realize how much your presence once mattered. That's often when they resurface, hoping to reclaim what they abandoned. Sometimes, they return when they see you moving on. People don't always appreciate what they have until it's no longer within their reach. If they ghosted you assuming you'd always be waiting, your growth and strength might shock them. Seeing you happy, independent, or perhaps even with someone new can stir feelings of regret. It makes them realize that silence cost them more than they imagined. For some, the thought of losing you permanently becomes unbearable, and that's the moment they decide to come back. Another reason they might return is when life humbles them. People who ghost often do it because they avoid responsibility, commitment, or difficult emotions. But sooner or later, reality teaches them that avoiding problems doesn't make them disappear. Maybe they get ghosted themselves, maybe they face rejection, or maybe they experience a loss that forces them to reflect. When they finally feel the sting of abandonment, they gain empathy for the pain they once caused you. This realization can push them to reach out, not just out of guilt, but out of a newfound maturity. They may also come back when they're reminded of your unique value. In relationships, it's easy to take kindness, loyalty, or understanding for granted. They might have thought they could find those qualities anywhere, but after experiencing other people, they learned that not everyone offers what you gave. Your patience, your laughter, or even the way you understood them without words becomes irreplaceable. This realization doesn't always happen immediately. It often takes time, mistakes, and unmet expectations with others before they finally see your worth. And when they do, they often come back seeking the comfort of what once felt like home. There are moments when people return simply because time softens pride and ego. Ghosting can sometimes be a decision driven by fear of vulnerability. They may have cared deeply but didn't know how to express it, so they ran. With distance and reflection, the fear weakens, and they may feel safe enough to return. When they finally admit to themselves that they miss you more than their pride is worth, they take the step to reconnect. Yet, while they may come back, it's important to remember that not every return is genuine. Sometimes, they reappear out of convenience rather than love. They may come back when they're lonely, when things didn't work out elsewhere, or when they crave the comfort of someone familiar. That's why it's essential to look not only at their words but also at their actions. Are they truly different this time? Or are they repeating the same cycle? The truth is, ghosting reveals more about them than about you. It reflects their struggles with communication, honesty, or emotional maturity. If they do come back, it doesn't erase the pain they caused or the time they disappeared. What matters is whether they return with sincerity, accountability, and the willingness to rebuild trust. Sometimes they return because they've changed, and the connection can grow stronger. Other times, their return is just a reminder that you deserve consistency more than unpredictability. In the end, whether they come back or not, what matters most is how you move forward. The experience teaches you about your own resilience, your value, and the importance of surrounding yourself with people who choose you wholeheartedly. If they come back when they finally realize what they lost, you have the power to decide whether they deserve another chance. And if you choose not to let them in again, it's not out of bitterness. It's because you now understand your worth cannot be measured by someone else's silence. So, the one who ghosted you may come back when life teaches them lessons they could only learn in your absence. But whether or not you open the door again depends on one question only. Do they deserve a place in the story you are still writing?